President Trump offers a timeline on the U.S. involvement in Iran as his approval rating soars. Here's the top 5 reasons Trump is trending today. All right, number 1 reason Trump is trending today. The White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt read a statement at the press briefing today on President Donald Trump's timeline for the U.S. involvement with Iran, saying, "I have a direct message from the president," and a quote, "based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks." This, everyone kind of wondering what President Donald Trump's thoughts are on the U.S. using military in Iran. There has been a big split in the MAGA party with people saying we don't want U.S. involved in this. Other people saying that they should go and they should wipe out the nuclear arms capabilities of Iran. I do know this, that Trump has been consistent saying Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. And I understand, and I'm with everybody that says, hey, we've seen what happened during the weapons of mass destruction. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Now they're telling us, they've been telling us since maybe the late 1990s that Iran is just about ready to build or launch a nuclear weapon. So we feel like it's the same thing over and over again. President Donald Trump, again, I trust Trump. He doesn't want to see any U.S. Troops put in danger. We know right now that we have the recruitment levels are skyrocketing all over across all branches because President Donald Trump has the full support of many of the young Americans in this country to do the right thing with our military. Now, also, on the other hand, this is a negotiator. He's the negotiator-in-chief, the art of the deal. There's no way he is going to tip his hand on what he is doing. So to try to read into how it's going to play out, people online are acting as if the U.S. has already launched missiles into Iran, which we haven't. And so to think that Trump is going to say, if he says, no, I'm not going to do anything, Israel's on their own, what message does that send? And even if he does that, he could be playing Mickey the Dope with that as well. So everything Trump is going to say is a part of this negotiation tactic. It's very similar to what's going on with the tariffs when he had the Liberation Day. If he smacks these countries with the high tariffs and then has room to negotiate, no one knows exactly what this guy is doing. And that's the key. Keep the enemies off base. And that's, I think, the plan here. But he's leaving wiggle room for negotiations. And hopefully we pray for peace. And if anyone can pull us out of this, President Donald Trump can. Nobody wants to see our troops not go into war more than Trump. Trump does not want to send our young men and women into harm's way. So I put my faith in Trump. He gives a new timeline, 2 weeks to figure out which way it's going to play. Iran, Netanyahu posted out today, or I seen the post, that Netanyahu says, we don't need the U.S.'s involvement. We can handle this by ourselves, which is exactly what I hope that they will do. Leave us out of it. We'll see how it plays out. Now, number 2 reason Trump is trending today, his approval rating has soared. This was a new poll by Rasmussen. They put this up today, 56% approval rating. This is largely due, I would add, to the success he has had on the border. We know that last month the report came out that there were 0 illegals released into the country, where at the same time last year, 64,000 illegals were released into the country. Also today we see there is a 93% decrease in illegal immigrants crossing the border in May. So President Donald Trump keeping his promises. This is why we're seeing his approval rating. People want to see illegals deported. That is why Trump has a full support right now from his supporters as it relates to the border. I know there's a discrepancy on how he deals with Iran. Number 3 reason Trump is trending today. Trump weighed in on the Juneteenth holiday in a way. He put out this message here today saying, too many non-working holidays in America. It is costing our country billions of dollars to keep all these businesses closed. The workers don't want it either. Soon we'll end up having a holiday for every once working day of the year. It must change if we are going to make America great again. Again, Juneteenth was this new holiday. Nobody had ever heard about this thing until a few years ago. President Obama was in office for 8 years. He never declared it a holiday. So, of course, I would say to President Donald Trump, I would imagine that if the Democrats ever get in power again, we may see like an LGBTQ national holiday. We don't have one of them on the calendar, despite the fact that they have about 140 days dedicated to the LGBT through the year. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to sneak another one in there if they ever get control of the executive branch once again. We pray that that doesn't happen. Number 4 reason Trump is trending today, the Dodgers, the LA Dodgers and the Trump administration are at odds over ICE agents at the stadium. This was a conflicting back and forth a little bit. The Dodgers had posted that ICE agents showed up to enter the stadium and that they denied them entry and that they're going to continue going forward with the game. ICE actually quote tweeted them and said, "This is false. We did not have any agents there trying to get into the stadium." And so there's a little bit of a back and forth. We know that LA is a hot spot where ICE is trying to capture and deport a lot of these illegal immigrants. And again, you have so many that are in this country illegally. ICE has got such a tall task right now because the media, the mainstream media, has turned up the heat on ICE agents who are now coming under assault, coming under attack. They have riled up the base. You got paid agitators. You got paid protesters coming in there, all in defense of ICE. There was one, I know we see it in Seattle. We see it in all these different places where they're actually firing like fireworks, and they're trying to like take over these ICE facilities all over the place. They've been riled up. We pray for our ICE agents. They are doing their job, deporting the illegal immigrants, which is exactly what President Donald Trump was elected to do. Number 5 reason Trump is trending today, SCOTUS. The Supreme Court upholds the Tennessee ban on child mutilation, what they like to call gender-affirming care. Caroline Leavitt commented on this today, saying, "It's a huge victory for America's children, and it's obviously something this administration believes strongly in, that young, minor children should not be allowed to be subjected to chemical castration and mutilation." This is another common sense thing, another reason why so many people have fled the Democrat Party. Even regular long-term Democrats never got on board with the fact that you are allowed to butcher a child in this country and do it under the guise of gender-affirming care. Nobody is buying it. I hope and pray that all 50 states will follow Tennessee's plan with this. And I think every doctor that performs one of these surgeries on a child should be thrown in prison for life. This is a major, major problem. You want to do something like this when you're an adult and it's your choice, go ahead, knock yourself out. But you cannot be allowed to do this on children. Tennessee does the right thing here, and we applaud them for it. If you like these breakdowns, make sure you follow the podcast so you can hear the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending each and every day.
Trump is trending, he's everywhere. From the news to the cat babies in our air.